Hey, hello everybody, welcome back. Doing a little flashback today.
Magic.
Indeed. So, we're gonna see if the oppressive Infect deck can finally be taken down this week. It's been on a bit of a roll lately. So you had 283 votes. I think we asked for 250, so it's pretty good. Just keep that up.
Quite a bit higher.
I guess maybe 290 next week. Let's ask for 290. So again, voting will be in the thing. I did get a suggestion to use YouTube's on built-in polling, and I think it's probably too late to do it this week, but I think maybe next week, once I figure out exactly the logistics of that, it'll be built into the video instead of in an external link. But for now, it'll be in the external link in the straw poll. So yeah, in last place there was Thopter combo with 44 votes, so that one gets to fly on out of here. It's a Thopter. You get it because they can fly. And then in second last, we had Spineless Revolution with 46.
I guess they weren't quite as spineless as the Thopters.
No, it was really close, though. It only edged it out by 2 votes, so that gets to stay in. Then we had Scepter Reversal with 85. So, not bad.
Quite a bit of a jump.
Yeah. It's definitely a reversal from last week. And then Next Level Abzan in first with 108 votes. So, that's what I'm playing. I don't think my game 1's going to be all that impressive against you, but I do have some pretty efficient sideboard cards in this particular matchup, so we'll see how that goes. So next week, Scepter Reversal comes back, Spineless Revolution comes back, and the 2 new ones, which were suggested by people in the comments, which you can of course do, suggest decks that we've already done before that you'd like to see again in Modern. So we had Nahiri Combo Breaker was one of the suggestions, and Ojutai Bant, which I forgot completely that we had played until somebody pointed that out, and I'm like, oh yeah, that deck.
Right. Check this thing.
Yeah. So vote for those. That'll be in the link in the description. And I think that's all the orders of business. I'll be going first because I'm the challenger deck, and we'll see you in game 1. Whoop. All right, game 1. Shaman. So yeah, like I was saying in the intro blurb, my game 1's not great. That doesn't really do a whole ton, but we'll see how it goes. Go ahead.
And I've got those.
Whoop. All right. So I'm going to lead things off with an untapped Temple Garden, going to 18. And we'll cast a Doomed Traveler, who is especially doomed in this matchup because usually he just gets sacked so his spirit can block an Inkmoth Nexus. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Dryad Arbor and Turgo.
Ooh. Alright. Draw a card. It's not quite what I was expecting. So we'll go for a Marsh Flats. We'll crack that. Go to 17. And I think we'll go straight to 15 because no harm, no foul. Although Dryad Arbor beats
Dryad Arbor there.
It's a serious issue, perhaps.
A little bit of might and come up down and swing down.
Exactly. I think Godless Shrine will be the one. And we will go for a Satyr Wayfinder. So reel the top 4. Well, at least that's one card that I get in my hand. I have my choice. I think I gotta go for the old one. So I'm gonna keep Windswept Teeth. Put those in my graveyard. And we'll attack for 1.
19.
Pass the turn. Sure you didn't want to block that?
Draw for turn.
Seems like a pretty good trade to me.
Breeding Pool untapped. Here's a Blighted Agent.
Okay.
Turgo.
Untap. Draw a card. That one is not so blockable, turns out. Marsh Flats. We'll crack that. Going to 14. And why not? Go straight to 12. To get another Shockland. I think it's the last one, actually, in this list.
Just taking all the
Overgrown
pain.
Tomb. I mean, it's kind of the colors I need anyway, so might as well do it.
Yeah, you got 2 of every color. Should need more.
Okay. Well, we're going to start by attacking for 2, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to want to block.
Nah, 15.
Then we'll go for a Blood Artist and a Viscera Seer, which is a very handy sack outlet. Pass the turn.
Untap.
Fortunately,
Draw for turn.
you could probably just kill me in 1 hit. That would not surprise me.
How do we best spend our mana? There's nothing really amazing here, unfortunately. So, this is unblockable, and he gets +1/+up.
Deal.
2.
No blocks.
Just the 2.
Alright. Well, we will take 2. 2 poison.
Entro.
Okay. Just do a little mathematics here. You're at 15?
Yes.
Yeah, I think this will work. Untap. Draw a card. Okay. So, we're going to go for another Blood Artist.
Oh, that might be a problem.
Yep. And then we will attack you for 2. Keeping in mind a Dryad Arbor trade's probably a really bad idea.
Yeah, going to 13. That's just more damage if I block.
Yeah, exactly. So you're at 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, okay. So, go for another Doom Traveler. We will sack this Doom Traveler to Viscera Seer to scry 1. Not that it matters.
Drain me for 2.
Yes.
11.
And get a Spirit out of that, which we will immediately sack.
9.
And then we'll sack this one.
7.
And then we'll get another Spirit and sack that one.
5.
And then we will sack the Wayfinder.
3.
And then we'll play a Windswept Heath, which will crack. That's why I didn't bother scrying.
Ah.
Because
I mean, you can sack the first Blood Artist, and that's 2 drains, and then sack the second one, and that's another drain.
Or I could just do this. So I'll crack the Windswept Heath to get a Dryad Arbor. Just because you have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sack Dryad Arbor.
In response, Mutagenic Growth that for life. Going on 1.
Oh, okay. That works.
I just drew a ton of protection, but
oh my god.
Really...
Jeez. Wow.
So many ways to protect them, but
yeah,
not really a way to pump for a victory.
A land drop would have
land
probably
drop
won
would have
next
enabled
turn.
this, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty good.
It was a land drop.
Turn 3 kill is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that worked out quite swimmingly, actually. I'm kind of surprised. So that was game 1, and then we'll see you in sideboards. All right, sideboards. So I'll go first. Now Spellbomb, obviously for graveyard decks, not relevant. Maelstrom Pulse. It's okay, but it's sorcery speed and it's 3 mana, and I think that's just a little too slow against you, so not going to bring that in. Kitchen Finks, of course I'm not bringing that in. That's a total waste of space in this matchup. Getting into the Trials is kind of interesting because not only can he prevent, like, for instance, a lot of things that I have as removal will not be able to hit Inkmoth Nexus favorably, but this can. I can target it because it's just a permanent. And I can prevent all damage that it will deal even when it's not activated, which is kind of cool. And also, I can get the Gideon Emblem, which kind of usually would fog me for a turn because your deck is the type of deck that either kills me or kills Gideon, not both, at the same time.
It's pretty difficult for the deck to be able to...
Yeah.
pop up high enough to deal with both of them.
Yeah, so you'd probably have to, like, if I can just play this and do that, you'd have to waste a turn attacking Gideon, probably with a pump spell, and then that saves me an extra turn. So it's pretty good, because it does two different things. So that's one thing I'm going to bring in. Kasali Pride Mage, it's good against Nexus, but that's about it, so not worth it. Aven Mind Sensor, it's okay in a lot of matchups, but this one I think is just a little too fast for a 3-mana 2/1 that kind of locks you out of stuff. Teysa's kind of cool because she is like removal on a body, which is kind of sweet, but I think it's a little too slow also for the same reason that Maelstrom Pulse is a little too slow.
3 mana is just a little too much.
Exactly. Path to Exile, very good. Abrupt Decay, reasonably good. It's fast. I think it's fast enough.
Mm-hmm. I can't hit Ink Moth,
yeah,
but that's
exactly.
fine.
Engineered Explosives is kind of a cool one because, I mean, it can hit quite a lot of things. It can't hit Ink Moth, but it can, like, if you're doing a bunch of ones, it can do that. Like, it can hit Hierarchs and Glistener Elves. I can even put it to 2 if I need to. So it's reasonably okay.
It does hit your side of the board, too.
But I don't care.
But you have enough reanimation.
Exactly. That's kind of what the deck does.
Push through it.
So I think that comes in. Tidehollow Scholar, another one that if I was on the play, I think it would be a little bit better because you could get it down on turn 2. Maybe you lead with a Hierarch or something instead of a Infect guy, and then I take your Infect guy. But on the draw, I don't think it's as good because it can't really... Odds are you're going to be able to play out your hand before he comes down, so I'm not going to bring him in. But I'm going to bring these 3, and I'm going to bring in these 3. And the things I'm taking out are all the expensive stuff. 3 Collected Companies and 3 Abzan Ascendancies, which is a sweet card, and it can make chump blockers for Inkmoth Nexus, but I think it's just a little too slow. So, these in, these out.
As for me, we do have our Graveyard Hate here, but we're not too worried about, like, by the time he can enable the combo, we've either killed him or we're probably just not in a good enough shape for it to matter anyway, so we're not bringing those in. Nature's Claim doesn't really hit anything useful on his side. Dismember is not that great. Spellskite definitely. Just, I mean, it's just good. Extra thing to point a removal spell at. Ichorclaw Mirrors could be okay because they pump and he kind of makes enough chump blockers. But it would only really be good if we had a Rancor and there's only 2 in the list, so not as good. Carrion Call could be okay as well. Makes 2 1/1s that have Infect. Still not quite good enough. Viridian Corruptor. Same kind of deal, just another Infect body, but no artifacts to destroy, so we don't really need that. Wild Defiance, we have 2 in the main board, don't really need the 3rd. But we're bringing in 2 Contagion Clasps, because this gives us a little bit of late game reach, but it also hits the Blood Artists for us.
Yeah.
And it's a little cheaper than the 1 Dismember we have on the board. So bringing these 2 in, Spellskite, for what we're taking out. Dryad Arbor, it's kind of the worst land. We're not really too worried about sac effects from him, so... Dryad Arbor is just the worst land for that.
And it's really bad against Blood Artist.
Dismember, as I said, don't really need it. Contagion Class does the same thing for this deck. And Groundswell, since we're taking out a land.
Makes sense. One thing that is worth noting, I do have Tidehollow Scholars that you can hit with Corruptor. I don't know if that would change anything, really, but that is an option.
That is true. Still
a little too slow, you think?
I think it's still a little too slow.
Yeah. Makes sense. Alright, so that's that. And we'll see you in game 2. Alright, game 2. Show your hand.
We've got... those.
And for me... not super exciting, but we'll see how it goes. Go ahead.
Wooded Foothills. Gonna go all the way to 17 for Noble Hierarch.
Sure.
And Trigo.
Draw.
Getting a breeding pool from it, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, you're 2 colors, so I figured. Godless Shrine untapped. Go to 18. And a Viscera Seer. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Ink Moth Nexus.
Inky. My arch nemesis.
And a Blight Agent.
My other arch nemesis.
Enter go.
Draw a card. That Inky's really annoying. Untap Temple Garden, go to 16. I think I'm going to attempt to Abrupt Decay this right now.
Yeah, you do get that.
Because if you want to fight over it, you'll have to do it now on my turn, which is a little better. And I can't block that anyway, so I might as well get in for 1.
16.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Also, you didn't have 2 green up if you wanted to save it with that card.
Is that just better? Yeah. Why not?
Another one?
Another one.
Alright.
Sure go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, that's enough of those, I think. Play Razorverge Thicket. Really my last opportunity to do so. For some value. And I think we'll go for a Tide Hollow Scholar.
Oh. So you'll see a Distortion Strike,
Yep.
a Groundswell, and a Become Immense, and
Oh.
a Contagion Clasp.
Oh my. Those all suck. What's the worst one, though? Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, if you draw anything, you can become immense, pretty much. Land or spell. Groundswell is pretty bad if you get a land. Oh, they're all so bad. Those are all so bad. Distortion Strike's probably the one I'm least worried about. Because your guy already has unblockable.
Yeah, and that would so it would really only affect anything if I drew
Yeah.
Wild Defiance.
What does this give? 6?
Yeah.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you get a land. So I think Become Immense is what I have to take. So don't just die this turn.
Sacking it in response to the trigger.
No, I'm not. Go ahead. I'm not too worried about you removing him.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Besides, I'd have to do that before I see what you get.
I guess that's true. Misty Rainforest.
Oh, it was a good call. I would have just died this turn.
Groundswell that.
Yep.
6.
Take 6. Where'd my little poison thing go? There it is. 6 poison.
And Contagion Clasp. Putting a -1/-1 counter on that.
Deal. You got a red one?
I got even better.
Even better? That's not better! Ugh. Okay. Fine. Good?
Yeah. Sure go.
Draw a card. Well, I think I only drew lands this entire game. Actually, no, that's not true. I drew this. This and lands every other turn. So I don't think that's going to help. It's possible I should have scryed first, but this deck has so few lands. What would the odds be of that? Pretty poor. Satyr Wayfinder. Let's take a look.
Definitely should have scryed first.
Yep.
Because that path's going in the graveyard now.
Although I don't think it would have mattered because you'd just activate this, do that,
Yeah, I suppose.
and then lose it anyway. That's annoying. So we'll just poop out as many guys as possible. Another Satyr Wayfinder. Alright.
Hey, that one didn't hit a land.
True, but I'm just dead this turn no matter what I do, really, so. Yeah. Nice hand. Attack 4. Might as well be 2.
14.
Go ahead.
Untap.
So maybe I'm not dead this turn. So you crack
Draw
that.
for turn.
I'm dead if you get a land.
Crack Misty Rainforest, going to 13.
Or that other pump spell. Another copy of that pump spell.
Forest.
Dead do a lot of things.
Activate Inky.
Yep.
2.
No blocks, obviously. Not that I can.
And we drew a Swell.
Alright. You got me. So, that was that. Not too surprising with... I mean, I boarded in all that removal, and then I drew 3 lands in a deck that really only needs 2 lands. But that's what happens. So, we'll see you in Game 3. Alright. Game 3. Feeling a lot of pressure to win this one. Get the Scourge of Infect. That's what I got. Go ahead.
We've got those.
Whoop. Okay. Here is a Blooming Marsh. And I'll pass the turn.
See your Marsh and raise you a Pendlehaven.
Okay.
And a Hierarch.
You got
Sure
it.
go.
Draw a card. Okay. It's not terrible. Marsh Flats. Crack. Goes straight to 17. I think we'll get a white and black. In the form of Godless Shrine. As soon as I find it. It's the only one. There it is. And since you didn't play an Infect guy, I think I have the turn to not worry about dying next turn. So I'll play a Voice of Resurgence. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Inkmoth Nexus.
Yep. Well, there's one.
And a Blighted Agent.
Okay.
Sure go.
Untap. Draw a card. Let's see. So you can pump that to be a 2/3.
Yes.
So I think I got to do this first. I'll attempt to Fatal Push the Blighted Agent.
It's going to blossom.
So that gets me a token. There you are. So that one gives it hexproof until end of turn too,
Yes.
right? Well, I'm
So-
not done.
Okay.
Potentially. I'm gonna push again.
Yeah, that second push does do it.
Didn't really want to waste 2 pushes on one guy, but I didn't have a ton of choice, I don't think. So that does let me get in for 2.
18.
So you'd have to have something pretty ridiculous to kill me next turn with the lands that you have. So Isolated Chapel. I have a Plains and a Swamp, so that comes in untapped. And here is a Doomed Traveler. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Wooded Foothills. Crack that. Going to 17. Is going to be a Breeding Pool. Going to 15. And so this would just be 3. You combine all of those abilities together.
You have to do it in the right order, too.
Mm-hmm. But I think activate Inky.
Yep.
Pendelhaven him.
Yep.
3.
No blocks.
Just the 3.
3 poison.
And an elf.
Okay.
Sure go.
Tap. Draw a card. Play Windswept Heath. We'll play the Sarah Seer. You're at 15.
Yes.
Gonna crack Windswept Heath, and we'll go straight to 15 to get, I think, Temple Garden untapped. Actually, no. I forgot about something. Something very key. We'll get a Dryad Arbor.
Ah, yes. Pump that elemental.
Yeah.
But you can't use the mana.
I don't need it.
You're getting it the other one untapped, so I wasn't sure.
No. Yeah, I don't really need the mana. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did I play this turn? Just him?
Yes.
Eight. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We'll take it. Go to 7.
Okay. So do that. Okay. We'll sack Doom Traveler to Seer to get a Spirit and scry 1. No. Then we will sack Voice to Seer, scry 1. Nah. That gets us another elemental, because he died. Then 1, 2. Do it again. Probably not. 2. Okay. So we'll tap these for mana. And this is white and green. We'll tap these for Convoke. So white. Doesn't matter.
You don't need the mana, because you can just Convoke instead.
We will return for 2, returning Doom Traveler and Voice of Resurgence.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
So you have to kill me this turn, I think.
Distortion Strike.
That probably will do it.
And you have no cards in hand. So we don't really have to bluff this. Vines Kicked.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that'll do it.
And Mutagenic Growth. Going to 5.
Doesn't Vines give Shroud, or does it give Hexproof?
It gives Hexproof.
Okay.
Can be targeted spells or abilities your opponent's control.
Oh,
and it's not even Hexproof. It's really weird because I can target your things and then you can't target them.
Yeah.
And Beats. Unblockable.
You know, everybody absolutely despises you for playing this deck, right? Everybody.
It was voted in.
I know it was.
I didn't even need the card I drew.
All right. You got me. So, that was annoying. Again.
So close.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, vote next week for Burn, 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 or Burn. Just kidding. That's not an option. Scepter Reversal, Spineless Revolution, Nahiri Combo Breaker, or Ojutai Bant. I don't know which one has a chance.
Ojutai might.
I don't know. I need to have, like, 18 one-mana removal spells.
Though.
Yeah, but that's 3 mana. You kill me on turn 2. I don't know. At this point, I don't know what we can put in other than 4 burn decks that's actually going to win against this.
Or just 4 sideboard malaria.
Or we just, or we just let it, get to, was it 4 wins? And then it gets kicked out naturally?
Hall of Fame.
I don't know.
You can join Fairies.
I guess.
They're both pretty obnoxious decks, so.
Yeah, but Fairies is fun. This is not fun. This is not interactive at all.
You don't like counting up to 10?
Counting up to 10 when I can't block or remove or do anything?
Fingers.
No, I don't. It does give us a chance to show off poison counters every week, though. So at least there's that. But that was this. So, don't forget to vote. And we'll see you on Friday. I think it's Patreon week. And then next Tuesday, we'll see whatever you pick, if it can overcome this challenge. Boopster. Boy.